Do you guys remember when hybrid was in the game? It was a class that was basically class mixed up together. So let's say like it was a brawler and control class, and they did like they look like they should be in damage. Yeah, it's basically what hybrid means. So let's just do it, and we'll start with the tanks first. And Bull, he should be tank. That's what it makes sense. He shouldn't be hybrid. He doesn't have like mixed stuff. I mean, he does deal a lot of damage, but like you have to get close range to that. And no pre-made, he's a tank. You just have to get closer. And for Rosa, yeah, she doesn't even deal a lot of damage, or she doesn't control. Well, she does kinda, not really. And for Daryl, this guy doesn't make sense. He shouldn't be a tank. If there's no hybrid, then he should just be a damage dealer, because he can get so fast, so close to you so fast. But he's a mix of tank and damage dealer, that for my opinion. So therefore, I would think he would be in hybrid. For Jackie, she just no skill. She's not even control. She's not even assassin. She doesn't kill you fast. She just pops out of nowhere. Hello. Only going white. You're dead. So tank makes sense. For Frank, definitely tank. Although he could, I was gonna say he could control, but no. BB, that's a hard one actually, because she actually does so much damage, and she somehow gets up to you close, even though when you're not letting her, but she somehow still does. I'm not really sure if I should put in hybrid. I'd say, I guess, but like, yeah, just whatever. And Ash, he would not be in hybrid because he doesn't really have a mix. He doesn't really have a mix, and he's just tanky, you know. Hank, he could deal a lot of damage, but not fast. So that's what damage dealers are. So he's a tank. Buster. He's probably a tank. He doesn't really control or assassinate so fast, if I said that right. He can't assassinate you that fast. Yeah, he's not an assassin. And Ollie,
Buster moves and breaking rules.
I'd say he's a hybrid because he's like control and damage. No, control and tank, I meant. Of course he's a tank. Bro literally has 10,000. That's a lot of HP. Yeah, he's like a hybrid because he can control you with his like super and like his gadget where he can hop over the walls and just like super you know what I'm saying? And Meg,
Textbook takedown.
with that new buff that made her faster when she's in her normal form, she could probably be a hybrid because like she could deal so much damage so fast, and she's tanky kinda. I guess so. I say so. Yeah. Draco, he's not a hybrid. He's just a tank. He could melt you with his super. That's when he gets his super, and it's not that easy to get it. But with that sushi, it's gonna be so good. Now we're going to assassins. Stu, he's an assassin. He's not a hybrid. Although he somehow does so much damage. Like what? How does he do that?
You get used to it.
Edgar, no hybrid. He's just no skill. He's definitely an assassin. Just an assassin, that's it. Alright, Sam.
Sucker punch.
Sam could do damage a lot, but you have to actually be good at him. I'm good at him a lot. But he's an assassin. Yeah, that makes sense. Shade. He doesn't really control the place. There's a lot of damage. He's an assassin. Mortis is definitely an assassin. Buzz is an assassin. That makes sense. Fang.
Alright, you get a kick out of this.
If he changed you with super, he could control. He could. I'm not sure. Probably not though.
Whoa!
Miko
Time for some
is definitely an assassin. And I've seen that change, that he reloads faster. I've tested out in the training grounds, and it actually looks faster. I can tell a difference. It's definitely gonna make him bigger, better. Melody, she's an assassin. She doesn't really control. Well, yeah, she's not meant for control. Lily's 100% an assassin. Pro.
Nice piece of work.
I'd say he's more like a control and assassin, because he can like jump on you and finish you off. I'd say he's in hybrid. Leon.
What's this?
He's definitely an assassin. Like, he can just pop out of nowhere. Boom, you're dead. You can like 4-shot nollie. Cordelius, he's an assassin. Hedgie, he's an assassin. Doesn't really control or nothing. Alright, support. We got Poco. He's a support for sure.
You should
Gus,
be more careful.
he does a lot of damage. I'd say he's a hybrid. When do you see a Gus really support you? If you see a Gus throw a super, he'd most likely miss it. I'd say he's damage and support. So therefore he's a hybrid. Yeah, that makes sense. Now we got Pam. She doesn't really support you though. She's a support, whatever. She's not a hybrid. Alright, Barry is definitely a support. No question needed, whatever.
Faster than lightning.
Got Max. She could deal a lot of damage. She can control. No, she can't control. She's probably a hybrid. Because she can deal a lot of damage.
Time
Byron.
to seal the deal.
He's a support. He's mostly for support. He does so much damage. And somehow you can touch it so easy. Then we got Russ.
Drop zone.
That doesn't really make sense. Yeah, he's a support. He's not a hybrid. We got Gray. How is he support? That actually makes no sense. Like his super, like how does that support you? Like you can just go back. Yeah, no. He should be a damage dealer. And a support, I guess. So he's a hybrid. No, he'll be good with control because with his teammates. Yeah, so he's a hybrid, yeah. For Doug, he would be a hybrid. He doesn't really support you. Wait. He could assassinate you so fast. Yeah, so he's like an assassin or something. If he just pops out, you're dead instantly. And I guess he would damage. No, he's tank too. Duh. Yeah, so he's a hybrid. He's just assassin. He's just assassin and a tank. Maybe a support too. Doesn't really support you though. And Jay Young.
Mike, my moment.
It's coming out tomorrow, guys. Yeah, he's definitely supports. And we got Kit. No, heck no, bro. Like who else? Who would agree with Brawlers? How is he a support? He's literally used to assassinate people. I swear if I'm saying that word wrong, I'm gonna kill up. Get a cup. Yeah, but Kit, he's just an assassin. And I guess he would be damage dealer? No. He's just an assassin. He's not a support. No, he's assassin and support.
Yes, I have.
But that depends. So he's a hybrid. We got controllers now. Jessie, she's a controller. Penny, she's a controller. She doesn't really do much damage. Bo, yeah, his mines, and also because his arrows deal so much damage. Ems, yeah, she's a control. She's a controller because she can control the map. No way. Now we got Griff.
Are you browsing or
He
buying?
deals so he's a hybrid for sure. Cause he does so much damage and he controls. And especially with that hybrid charge that can go through walls.
Discount on selected items.
It's super. So he's a hybrid for sure. Now we got Gale.
No rest for the wicked.
Yeah, he's a controller. Now we got Meeple.
Time for a game-changing play.
He does control, but he also does so much damage. So fast. He might be a hybrid. He definitely controls. Mr. P. That hypercharge makes it way more control. Squeak. Yeah, but he also does so much damage, but it also takes long. Yeah, he's a controller. Lou is 100% a controller. Otis. He can control the super. And like he just does so much damage. He can push you back so much. Yeah, he's a controller. Willow. She's a controller. I don't see anything else for her. Chuck. He could. No, I was gonna say he could be an assassin. No, he's a controller. Yeah, he's a controller. Charlie. She's a controller, her cocoon, and she can spam, basically. Thinks
You've been
his
paused.
literal gameplay is literally just to control. Now we got Sandy. He's definitely a controller. Actually, let's go back to Finks. He could do a lot of damage. It's actually if you hit them though. Duh. But I'd say he's a controller, yeah. Amber.
Does anyone have a fire extinguisher?
She's a hybrid. But she can control and do so much damage so fast, bro. Like, how is that fair? Shelly.
Let's go!
She's a damage dealer. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, we're also going to see damage dealer. Nita. She's a... I'd say she's a... Yeah, she's a damage dealer and like a control. Cause it doesn't make sense, cause like she can like do so much damage and touch you through the wall. Or, yeah, she can hit you from the walls. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah, she like pushes you back so much with Bruce, bro. Like, how's that fair? Got Colt. It's definitely a damage dealer. 8-bits is more like a tank and damage dealer. So I'd say he'd be hybrid. Rico. This guy can control and damage deal. He's a controller and a damage dealer. So he's a hybrid. Because he can like bounce his balls. He can bounce his balls everywhere. And he can touch you so much. And he does so much damage too. So it like pushes you away to control. Carl.
Speak to me.
Yeah, he's a damage dealer. If you don't have the gadget. Well, I meant not like that. Like he wouldn't be a controller unless he had the gadget that he ejected. Colette.
You can't get away from me! Ever!
She's gotta be a hybrid. Can she like support you? No, she can't. Like, no, she can control, huh? Yeah, she can control. Now for super... I honestly don't know. Let's just keep her there, damage dealer.
Exit stage right!
Ola, she's a controller and a damage dealer, so she's a hybrid.
No one outshines
She does so much damage, and she can push back. Pearl is definitely a damage dealer. When she's cooked, bro, when she's heat up to the max, it does so much damage. It melts me. Alright, Tara. She's a controller and a damage dealer because when she gets her super, you're like scared of her. Otherwise, she's like not scary at all, basically. So she's a hybrid. Eve.
How adorbs.
She could be a controller, but like, if we just count the hypercharge, then she would be like a hybrid. That doesn't really count though. She'd be a damage dealer. RT. You'd be a hybrid because it can assassinate you so fast.
On air.
Because you can just use the gadget, or he can just get a super, not with the gadget, and just pop it in the way and just, you know how it goes. And he does a lot of damage too. Clancy,
Leave them shell-shocked.
I'd say he's a hybrid because he's a damage dealer and a controller if you get to the max, which is like every game. And every Clancy in every game, even the enemy side, gets like the best stats. Now the best brawler in the game. Mo is a hybrid because sometimes he deals so much damage somehow. Bro can kill a Mortis when he's on him without super. I've done that so much times. It's because I'm actually good at Mo. But for real. Like Mo, he does so much damage if you just play him good. And that's what I do. And he can control, he can like push you back if you're good with him. Yeah, and he can like super you. He can also assassinate you. He can also be an assassin too. You could be like assassin, damage dealer, and a controller. Yeah, he can be like all those three, but the assassin is like the least one. And Lumi. Spike.
I shoot for the stars and never miss.
Don't look! Rocket Rain!
Meant to say we're on marksman now. So Brock is a sharpshooter. Marksman. He's a marksman, yeah. He does do a lot of damage though. But his shots are so hard to shoot. I didn't say that, I promise. I didn't say that. I swear. And Piper?
Get it.
She's definitely a marksman. She's like the classic one. B.
The colony.
He does a lot of damage and it's not that hard to hit. Her. Maybe my jigs. She could be a hybrid because she get marksman and damage. She's a hybrid. Nani.
Let's go have a look-see.
Same with B. She does a lot of damage if she can hit, and it's hard to shoot. It's hard to shoot or to hit her shots. But wait, she can actually also control too. She's probably hybrid too. Then we got Bonnie.
Did someone say danger?
The buff is probably gonna make her better. It's already in the game, but I haven't played. But she's a marksman and an assassin. Yeah, she's probably a hybrid. Belle,
Turning up the heat.
she's a marksman. Mandy's Candy. She's Marksman. But her her super doesn't really control that much. Maisie, she's a Marksman and a damage dealer. You see that 3,000 damage? That's so much. She can just melt you, bro. Angelo. Oh, she's a hybrid, I meant. Angelo. He's a Marksman. He does a lot of damage, but he just takes so much time to do it. Well, not so much time. But Janet, she's a Marksman and controller. So she's a hybrid. Now we're going to artillery. Alright, we got Barley. He's like a controller and artillery. Because with his super, he can just push you back. Especially hypercharged super. So he's a hybrid. And Dynamite, he just does so much damage. He's artillery. I'd leave him here. Tick. Telling me he's not in control, bro. How is he not in control? How is he not a controller? So he's a hybrid because he's artillery and controller. Those mines are so annoying. Grom. He's artillery. I keep him here. Alright, Larry and Laurie. They're artillery. I leave them here too. Well, they do so much damage too. Larry does so much damage. He could control and artillery. So he's a hybrid. Sprouts. He does so much damage, but it's not that easy to hit it. Unless it is. Probably is. So I just leave him on artillery. Alright, Juju. The most annoyingest brawler. Somehow she does reload so much. And I want to make a video about this woman. So Juju. She is artillery, yeah. And I say she's a controller too. Yeah, and so that's it. That's it for the video. If you guys disagree with me, do nothing because I'm better. And that's it, like I said, and the season is tomorrow. I'm gonna buy it too. Are you guys excited for the sushi? That's it. Goodbye, Zoomies.